We're all good to go, I think. So lie down on your back, ball to hand if you have one. You can just be out by the side for the time being. I'm just going to place mine just behind my legs because I'm worried about it's going to roll away. So lying down on your back, slightly tuck the tailbone, pull the abdominals in, rest the shoulders back, hands can be on the belly, elbows down by the side. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. A couple more like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Soften around the eyes so you're not crunching or creasing around the eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Shoulder blades pull down into the mat. Heavy through the hips. Sink down through the feet. Push all 10 toes into the floor and the heel of the foot. Feel the sole of the foot grip the ground. And notice how when you do that, the hamstrings engage as well. So the backs of the legs engage. And then relax the foot. Navel slightly in and up. So imagine you're pulling the abdominals in and then trying to lift them behind the lower ribs. So this feeling of going down and up with the abdominals. It's going to encourage you to have a slight tilt of the tailbone. And then just lift the hands slightly up and out to the side so they come to the lower ribs. Take a big breath in, let the ribs expand. Big breath out, feel the ribs move down and in. Big breath, let the ribs expand into the hands. Exhale. Go 3 more there, big breath. Exhale. Big breath. Exhale. The next one will be your last one here. So take a full breath. And as you exhale, I want you to keep the ribs down and in and just lift the head, neck, shoulders off the mat. Reach your fingertips towards the shins. My ball's just there so it doesn't roll away, but yours can be out to the side. Pull in through the waist. Lift yourself a little bit higher. And then lift your left foot off the floor. Point the left toes. Tap the left foot down and bring it back in without losing the connection of navel to spine, without losing the connection of the lower back to the floor. We're going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing, keep reaching the arms long. 2, 1. And then lie the head back, stretch that left leg up to the sky. Take the arms overhead, big inhale. And big exhale, curl and lift up again, reaching the fingertips beyond the shins to the bottom of the mat. Point and extend the left leg, lower it just until it's hovering off the floor. Lift all the way back up. Take it all the way down, stretch the leg as you do. So you're opening the front of the hip and then bring it back. We go 8, lengthen, stretch, reach the toes, bring it back. 7, pull the waist in to lift the leg. 6. As you're doing this, just make sure you're not opening the leg out. So keep the big toe pointing down and away. So the thigh itself isn't trying to roll out. If anything, you can slightly think about rolling it in. You'll notice it's a little bit harder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that leg down, rest the head back. Just look over to the left and look over to the right. And then left foot stays where it is. Lift the head, neck, shoulders, reach the fingertips long, point the right toes off the floor. Same exercise on the right. So tap down, lift back up, tap down, lift back up. Don't lose that connection, lower back to the ground. So you wouldn't be able to slide your fingertips under the back. There won't be any room there. 6, 5, Lift more with the abdominals rather than the neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend back, take the arms overhead. Big inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky. Big exhale, lift yourself back into that position, arms stretching long. Lower the right leg, hover just off the floor. Lift it back up. Lower, stretch away. Lift it back up. Lower, extend for 8. Lift it back, try not to let the thigh roll out. If anything, roll it slightly in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, place it back, lie the head back, look to the left, open the right side of the neck, and look to the right, open the left side. Bring it back to center. If you have a ball, it's going between the inner thighs. If you don't, you can just keep your feet hip width apart, knees up towards the sky, feet pushed down. All you're doing to start with is tucking the tailbone, slightly squeezing the ball. Exhale, let it go. So without the ball, just concentrate on that pelvic tilt. Tuck under, pull the waist in. Relax and fully let it go. So make sure you do relax. You don't just lessen the contraction. I want you to fully relax. Tuck under, release. Tuck under, release. Go 5. Rocking through the sacrum. 4, 3, 2. Next one, roll it all the way up. So roll up through the spine, push down into the feet. Lifting the hips, stretching the knees away. And then here, just lower 2 inches, lift back up, engage the glutes. So it's only a small movement. Lift up, engage. As you're doing that, see if you can keep the waist in. So try not to stick the belly up when you lift the hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. If you had a ball, take it out to the side. I don't know if that's going to stay. Okay, feet flat. Lift your hips up to the sky. One strong movement. Feet are pushing down. And then at the top, rise to the balls of the feet and roll down through the spine. So control the roll down, pulling the waist in. Use the abdominals. Rest the hips. Rest the heels. Drive back up. Find that contraction at the top. Rise to the balls of the feet. Stay high on the balls of the feet. Roll it down. Slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep pulling in through the abdominals. Pull in, pull in, pull in. Control the roll down. Rest the hips. Rest the heels. Drive back up. Strong at the top to the balls of the feet. 1 vertebrae at a time. So go slower than you want to go. You're pulling in. I want you to feel that through the front of the body. Slow, slow, slow. Only 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll it down. Rest the hips. Rest the heels. Drive back up. Think about each vertebrae as being about 1 inch long. That's the size of the movement that I want you to let the spine come down. So no more, don't drop any more than that. Really control it. You should feel it in the legs as well as you're rolling down. Slow. You've got 3 more. Rest the hips, rest the heels, drive it back up to the balls of the feet. Navel in, navel in. Use the abdominals to control that roll down. Go slow, 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 slow. To the floor. Rest the heels, lift up, squeeze the glutes to the balls of the feet. Slow, slow, slow. Take your time. Rest the hips, wriggle the feet together. Big toe knuckles touch, inner ankles touch. Lift the hips up. Open the knees. Keep the hips this height, so don't let them go any lower. Close the knees. Open, close. Open, close. So keep your glutes working to keep the hips at this height. 6, 5. Keep the hips lifted. 4. Keep the chest open. 3, 2, 1. Rest the hips down. Now, same movement of opening out and closing, but you're going to lift the hips at the same time. So we lift, open the knees, lower the hips, bring the knees together. Lift and open, lower and close. Lift and open, lower and close. 8, lower. 7, make sure you're not sticking the belly out. Keep it pulling in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, both legs up to the sky. Stretch the toes back to the face. Push the heels up. So really find that extension through the backs of the legs. See if you can lift the heels 1 inch higher. And then point both toes. Take the hands to the back of the head. Lift the head, neck, shoulders. Take the right leg away. Stretch it further than you think you can. And bring it back. Left side. Further than you think you can. And bring it back. 6 more like this. Long stretch, reach those right toes away. Bring it back. Left side. Lengthen, reach. Bring it back. 4, stretch. Bring it back. 3, lengthen. Bring it back. Last 2. And in. Last 1. And in. Hold it up. Bend both knees. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Stretch the extended leg. Bring it back. Stretch the extended leg. Bring it back. So think length as you twist. Bring it back. Length. And back. 6. And back. 5. And back. 4. And back. 3. And back. Last 2, make them count. Hold it. Reach the toes away. Bring it back. Twist. Hold it. Reach the toes away. Bring it back. Lie the head back. Bring both knees in. Gentle rock side to side. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. And then just roll over onto your right hand side. So coming over onto your right, have your forearm down so it cuts across the mat. Feet and hips are in one line. Knees are a little bit lower. Top hand to the top hip. As you push down is that bottom forearm. You're going to open the top knee. Bring it down. Rest this hip. Bring it up. Open. Lower down. Lift and open. Lower down. Trying to keep my chest facing forward. So try not to let your body roll in. Stay up and open. Up and open. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the right hip. Take your right arm out. Keep the bottom leg as it is. Just stretch your top leg long. As you reach those left toes away, you should find a little bit of space comes into that right side of the waist. Lift the top leg and lower. Lift. Lower. It doesn't need to be a huge movement. Control that left hip. Lift and lower. Just make sure that your left leg is coming down over the right foot. It's not creeping forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Bring that front leg until the thighs are parallel. And now we lower, knees touch, lift, lower, knees touch, and lift, lower, knees touch. You can look down and check that the thighs are staying in line. Lift, lower, lift. Don't want you to brace, but do slightly pull the waist in so you feel you're supported around the center of the body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the top leg there, bend the knee and rest the top leg down. Lift the left foot whilst the knees are together. Take the left foot down, lift the left knee. Close the knees, lift the foot, close the feet, lift the knees. You might find that when you lift the foot, there isn't that much movement. That's okay. It's because it's hard to internally rotate the hip. Open, open. So you just find your own rhythm. Keep the breath. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Rise back up to your right hand this time, not elbow. Stretch both legs out and come into a plank position. So option 1, to stay there, just keep your left fingertips lifting up. Option 2, you take that left arm overhead, arch through the body, and then lower down, point to the toes. Lift up and over, or you're just holding that plank and keeping a line of strength. Go up and over, or hold that plank and lower. Last one, if you're reaching up and over, and bring it back. Then we're all going to find a regular plank position. So bring your hands over, step into a regular plank, crown of the head reaching forwards, heels stretching back. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Slowly, right knee towards right elbow. Step it back. Left knee to left elbow. Step it back. Go slow as you can for 6. Take it back. 5. Take it back. 4. And back. 3. And back. 2. And back. Last one. And back into downward facing dog. Relax the head. Lift the hips. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Rest to both knees. And lower to both elbows. Pull the waist in. So you want dropping through the spine. Strong through the center of the body. Right knee stays down. Left leg goes back. Big toe taps the floor. Inhale, lift. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And then lower. Inhale, lift. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And then lower. So glute to lift the leg up. Hamstring to bend the knee. Extend. Lower. Lift. Bend the knee. Extend the leg. And lower. 5. Keep the belly in. Lower. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Keep the leg lifted, pointing the toes. Small lifts here. Lift and lower, tiny bits of movement. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee to the floor. Lift with the bent knee. Knees together. Lift. Knees together. Lift. Keep the waist in. 12, 11, 10, 9. Try not to collapse through the shoulders. Navel to spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Rise up to both hands. Half a push-up. So bring the body weight forwards. Pull the waist in. Lower halfway. Lift back up. Knees are down. Waist in. Lower halfway. Lift back up. Try and take the elbows back rather than out. Lift. One more. Elbows back rather than out. Lift. Downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Push the heels away. Relax the back of the head. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Walk your feet forwards and you're going to come down onto your left hand side. So feet together and hips in one line. You're going to come down onto your left elbow. And then as you push down into that forearm, lift the hips, open the knees. Your top hand can go on the hip. Lower, lift and open. Lower, lift and open. So this left side waist is working and both hips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Rest. Rise up to your left hand. Stretch both legs out. Lift the hips. We've done this in a different order, but that's okay. Reach your right arm up. Side plank here or arch over. And then right hand points down to the toes. Arch over. Pull the left side waist in. Reach down to the toes. Or you're simply holding a really strong line through that plank. Go once more if you're lifting up and over. And then we'll all rest it down. So bring your left hip down, feet and knees stack again. Reach that left arm out all the way. Rest the head down. And when you rest the head, there's no tension in the neck. So I'm not half up. I'm keeping that head down totally. Stretch the right leg long, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Notice that my movement isn't up to here, because if I take it up to here, then I crunch into this side of the waist. So I'm trying to keep it so there's no movement above my fingertips, no movement into the side of my waist. It's all from the fingertips down. 8. Just notice if that right leg is trying to creep forwards. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forwards until your thighs are in one line. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. And again, no movement from my fingers down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee. Top foot lifts, top foot lowers, then the knees open. Knee down, foot lift, foot down, knee lift, knee down, foot lift, foot down, knee lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over onto your front. You don't need a ball. I was just conscious mine's going to blow away. Try and put it over there. Have your hands make a pillow shape. Rest your forehead. Point your toes to the edges of the mat. So right toe down to the right edge, left to the left. Lift your head, neck, shoulders, and lift your feet. Open the arms, point back to the toes. Bring them back. Hands stack on top of one another. Take them back. Point to the toes. Bring them back. Hands stack. Keep the breath. Look down to the floor. You don't need to look ahead. 4, keep the feet lifted. Stretch the toes further away. 3, 2. Last one. Bring it back, hands to the floor. Push yourself up to all fours, hands and knees. Inhale, look forwards, open the chest. Exhale, arch and round through the spine. Look forwards, open the chest. Exhale, arch and round through the spine. Neutral through the spine. So pull the waist in, hold that straight line. Take the left arm forwards, right leg back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Then you're going to place right knee down, left hand down. Smooth transition, take it to the other side. Lift and lower. 4 more. Then we come back to the kickbacks on the right side. 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees down. Lower to the elbows. Pull the waist in. Make sure you aren't dropping through the spine, so you're not relaxed. You're strong through the center. Take your right toes back. Big toe taps the floor. Inhale. Lift the leg. Hold the thigh there. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And lower. Lift. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And lower. Lift. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And lower. 5. Keep the waist in. 4. 3. You can slightly push down through the forearms. 2. Last one, we're going to hold it. So after you've bent the knee, you can straighten the leg and hold. Small movements coming from that right hip. Breathe. 10, 9, 8. Waist in, push down through the forearms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees together. Drive back up. Knees together. Drive back up. 10. Lift. 9. Waist in. 8. Push down through the forearms. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Knees together. Rise up to the hands. Step it back to a plank. Hold, pull the waist in. Reach the crown of the head forwards, breathe in, breathe out. From there, back into downward facing dog. Long stretch, push into the hands, pull in through the waist. So we're going from downward facing dog into a 4-point hover. Keep the knees off the floor. Into downward facing dog. Into that 4-point hover. So strong through the spine, opening and closing through the hips and the shoulders. Lift back. Bring it forwards. Lift back. Bring it forwards. Hold it back. Second option, so you can keep doing that if you like, or we're going to go 5 on each side. I'll demonstrate quickly first. Your right leg up, bring it down, hover, lift, hover. So you decide whether you're using both hands and feet, or you're doing 5 each side with a hover. And after you've done those 5, we'll all meet in a child's pose, or you've got 10 with hands and feet. So swap when you're ready. Pull the belly in. Don't lose the shape. So try and have the knees land together if you're using just one leg. Once you've done your 5 on each side, we'll rest. Forehead down. Breathe. So just take a breather, and then when we've all come together, I'll give us somewhere to go next. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come to the hands, to the knees. Tuck your toes, stretch it back, and walk your feet in. To the hands, fold, hold opposite elbows. Pour the weight forwards. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Have a seat. Come all the way down. Grab your ball if you have one. And it's going to go just behind your lower back. Feet are flat, about hip width apart. To start with, reach the arms out, inhale. Exhale, pull the waist in, curl into your ball. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower abdominals, tailbone tuck, squash the ball. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 5, 4. Use the waist. 3. Pull in. 2. Pull in. Last one. Pull in. Release, sit tall. Same thing, just one leg. So hold it out here. Lift tall. Pull in. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Pull in. Lift. Pull in. Lift. Pull in. Switch it over. Other side. Lift. Pull in. Small movement. Just find that control. Pull in. Lift. Pull in. Lift. Pull in. Last one. Lift. Pull in. Place both feet together now. So big toes touch, inner ankles touch. Lean back into that ball, but straighten the spine a little. So just lift through the chest. If you don't have a ball, just hold it there, leaning back. Squeeze the knees together. Take both hands over to the left. Lift up and over to the right. So rotating through the upper body, squeezing the knees together. So we're not so much rotating through the pelvis, but rotating the rib cage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, hold on to the thighs, lift up. Don't need the ball, that can go out to the side. I'm just going to try and throw that in there. Lie down. Tuck the tailbone. Lift both feet off the floor so shins are parallel. Take the hands to the back of the head. Lift the head, neck, shoulders. Knees together, feet apart. Feet together, knees apart. Inner thigh, lower abdominals. Knees together, feet apart. I want you to keep your upper abdominals and your lower ribs knitting together. So stay lifted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down, the knees in. Take a big breath. And exhale. Hands to the back of the head. Lift the head, neck, shoulders. Heels touch, so you've got a V shape. Knees to elbows. Tailbone lifts. Straighten the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Heels don't come apart at any time. Knees to elbows. Tailbone lifts. Legs straighten. Inner thighs squeeze. 6. Extend. 5. Extend. 4. Extend. 3. Extend. 2. Extend. Last one. Extend. Hold. Reach your fingers long. Breathe. 5. Pull the belly in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Lie the head back. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Cross one leg over the other. Rock up to a seat. Come over to your hands. Step back into downward facing. Breathe. Close the eyes. Take 2 big breaths. After that last one, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Lift it nice and high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring that right knee into the chest and step. Place the back knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Big opening through that left hip. So take the arms up and back. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Bring the hands down. Step back into downward facing. Same on the left-hand side. Lift up, breathe in. Breathe out, bring that knee into the chest. Step, place the back knee down. Sweep the arms up, open. Through that right hip, lift. Exhale. Breathe in. And out, take the hands down. Step back into downward facing. And then we'll go for a twist. So right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lift the right arm up to the sky, open the chest. Lift through those right fingertips. Move forwards into the left hip. And then take your right hand down. Step back into downward facing dog. Left foot outside of the left hand. Lift the left arm, open the chest, lift up, reach. Move into that right hip. And then right hand down. Step back. Walk the feet in. Bring it all the way. Have a seat. Cross the legs. Sit nice and tall. Just place the hands onto the knees. With the eyes closed. Just make sure you're sat in the middle of the seat bones. You're not leaning to the left or the right. Not leaning forwards or backwards. Just take a couple of breaths. Let the heart rate settle. Let the shoulders soften. Notice how you feel around the hips, around the lower back, all the way up through the spine, chest, shoulders, nice and tall through the back of the neck, crown of the head lifted. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up to the sky. Big breath out, bring the hands into prayer heart center. And just thank yourself for making time to come and practice today. Have a lovely Friday. Happy first of the month as well. And I will see you, sorry, not Sunday because I'm flying, but I'll see you Monday morning.